Over the past few weekends, Hong Kong has suffered again at the hands of radical protesters. In Sunday afternoon, what began as a lawful public order event in Tsuen Wan quickly turned violent and escalated to reckless destruction of properties and brutal attack on police officers. We have seen an increase in the intensity and extensity of violence used by protesters. Their radical acts have intensified with more dangerous and sometimes deadly weapons used, including bricks, metal poles, long sticks, and petrol bombs. Such violent clashes have extended from venues of public meetings to various unrelated districts in Hong Kong, with no sign or warning to the general public. These attacks are intentional and planned and organized. Not only do their acts put everyone on site in extreme danger, but they also threaten the everyday life of ordinary citizens. It's a great threat to public safety in Hong Kong. Throughout the whole afternoon on Sunday, a large gang of rioters threw numerous self-made petrol bombs at police officers in Tsuen Wan. In certain instances, they randomly threw petrol bombs from height at people on protest sites, hitting innocent passersby and reporters. They also rampantly hurled bricks, metal poles, and all kinds of hard objects at our officers. Such reckless use of violence placed everyone in immense danger. 21 police officers in total were injured as a result. On the same day, we also saw extensive destructions of properties. Rioters set up numerous barricades with water-filled barriers, dismantled railings, and bamboo sticks on major roads, paralyzing traffic. In the evening, a gang of rioters randomly vandalized multiple shops in Tsuen Wan, shattering glass panes and breaking metal gates. Then, some proceed to cross Harbour Tunnel and smashed booths and facilities for no reason. As on Saturday, some radical protesters broke and tore down a few smart street lampposts in Kowloon Bay. Their destructive acts are rampant and reckless. They are not tolerated by any civilized society. Now, I will talk about the open fire incident on Sha Tsui Road, Tsuen Wan. At around 8 p.m., our officers of the emergency unit arrived at Yi Ping Square, Tsuen Wan, to handle urgent cases of criminal damage. Over 100 rioters, armed with offensive weapons, surrounded and attacked our officers. They charged at our colleagues with roll signs, metal poles, and long sticks repeatedly and recklessly. They charged. As a result, our officers sustained multiple serious injuries. Their helmets, shields, and other protective gears were smashed. In one fresh point, our officer fell down, but rioters still charged him brutally. It was clear intention to take his life. Our officers' lives were in great danger. One officer fired a warning shot into the air. No one was hit. 6 officers held up their revolvers as a precautionary measure. I must emphasize the officers demonstrate great restraint. Their use of force was indeed necessary and reasonable. It was to protect any person, including our officers themselves, from death or serious bodily injury. I'm aware that there's much media interest in the incident where our officers was seen to have kicked a man kneeling down in front of him. Please let me clarify that at that time, our officers had already drawn their guns and pointed at rioters to combat their violence. Please try to put yourself into our officers' shoes. During that critical moment, this man suddenly appeared in front. Understandably, he appeared as a threat. That particular officer was holding a revolver and a shield. he could only use his feet to make him move. Also, from other videos, we saw that man actually was among the rioters and holding a long umbrella. So it is difficult to ascertain his actual role in the protest. In addition, as much as we respect press freedom, we would like to appeal to all journalists to mind their own safety during police operations, especially in times of violent clashes. We have forced media liaison cadre on protest sites to facilitate reporters' work. But please understand, during life or death situation like yesterday, it was impossible for officers to cater for their convenience. We advise reporters to coordinate with our work while covering violent incidents. About the arrest figures, now we'll move on. On Saturday, we arrest 32 people consisting of 22 males and 10 males, aged between 16 to 52 years old. On Sunday, we arrest 54 people consisting of 45 males and 9 females, aged between 12 and 51 years old. Their offenses include unlawful assembly, assaulting police officer, possession of offensive weapons, etc. About officers injured on duty. In total, 21 police officers sustained different degrees of injuries. They were mainly hurt by bricks, metal poles, and long sticks being thrown at them. In conclusion, I must emphasize the police have zero tolerance for all violent acts. Here in Hong Kong, we always take pride on our safety and rule of law. Please ask ourselves, is this the Hong Kong you would like to see? If you still remain silent and tolerate such radical acts, I appeal to you to raise your voice against violence and cut ties with all rioters. As police officers, we will continue to stand firm and carry out our duties faithfully, diligently, and impartially. We pledge to every member of the public to bring all offenders to justice and perform our best to restore public order. Thank you.